Let's talk about Misconduct, which takes us back, Ben, to the heady days of the early 90s straight-to-video erotic thriller. I thought those days were long gone. Apparently they're not.
They're not, my friend.
So this stars Maylene Ackerman and Josh Duhamel. It could easily have starred, I don't know, who were the stars? Shannon Tweed and one of the lesser Baldwin brothers.
Yeah, maybe Shannon Doherty as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Anybody called Shannon, basically. Shannon Weary. And, you know, it's one of those films where it's called Misconduct, but it could have been called Fatal Obsession or something.
Yeah.
Indecent Instinct or something like that.
Yeah, one of those.
So it's the story of a married lawyer having a fling with his femme fatale ex-girlfriend.
Lawless. Throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's good. Who tells him that the company she works for, this pharmaceutical company, has been manipulating test results. Now, you do get a couple of heavyweights in there earning some fairly easy money. You've got Anthony Hopkins, who is the boss of this company, the pharmaceutical company, and you've got Al Pacino as Josh Duhamel's boss, the boss of the law firm. However, it is very much not the Godfather Silence of the Lambs crossover that those two names might suggest it is. It's nonsense. It's overcooked and it's very schlocky. I found myself not really knowing who was doing what to whom and why they were doing it and why we should care. It's a bit of a mess. There is a moment where Al Pacino says, do you have any idea what's happening here? And I swear somebody in the audience shouted no. They actually shouted out no at the screen. He does leave no piece of scenery unchewed. But I've said all of that. You might be able to tell this from my tone. I did quite enjoy it because it's such bad, schlocky entertainment. And I was never bored. Now, that might be more through shock and surprise rather than because it's a really engrossing movie. But I wasn't bored because it did take me back to those kind of movies that I used to watch in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely... I can't remember the last time I watched a movie that was so bad it was good, but this really does fit in there. I mean, there are so many laugh out loud moments that are not meant to be laugh out loud. In a weird way, I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Some of the script writing is so lazy that it's just one line that hasn't been written with any grammatical sense whatsoever. Literally, like first of all, let me tell you, in the first 3 minutes, old age pensioner Anthony Hopkins knocks a young fit man out. Okay, so that's worth watching just for that. But in the build up to said punch, there's one line just totally on its own.
Yeah.
So this is a human adult person has written this, telling Anthony Hopkins, I need you to stay calm as ice. And it's just there on its own, that line. What does that mean? And then soon after, you hear Anthony saying, do you want to talk a deal? I just don't know that's not English. So I really like those little standalone lines that were really heartfelt, delivered in a heartfelt fashion.
Yeah.
That have no
Forget
meaning.
Warcraft as a cult movie. I think we're going to turn this into a cult movie.
It could be.
It could be like the Rocky Horror Show where you shout out those lines. Do the ice line.